morning.
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 Buenas
tardes.
Tardes.
Buenas tardes.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to see if I can grab Dan for a few minutes this morning. I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay. Well, I last week finished up the story for capture Lulu payload in Rapid7. I created a pull request for that. Today I started a new one. Run test prints automatically in packaging. So I am now working on that, and I will continue with this task. That's it for me.
Okay. For me, I started working on the book anatomy refactor for the span sizes on Dayflat, and some other stuff that I actually don't remember, but I'm spending some time in that right now. Yeah, pull request, meeting with Tara, and that's it.
Hey, Sebastian, did you see the files that Tara sent over on Friday to Dev?
Yeah, I see the email and no more than that.
Yeah.
You mean
I
the screenshots?
Yeah, all of her screenshots, all of her renders. I would just grab those and set them aside.
Okay. So I worked mostly on these multi-box comments from the code review, and yeah, that's mostly what I did. And then I have a meeting at 10:30 with Digital Shipper to look at some rating issues with USPS and with FedEx International Connect Plus. And then gonna get going on the DHL flat rate story. That's pretty much it for me.
For me, I don't really remember Friday much. I think I worked on some RIP issues and then cutting planning stuff. And then today, just more cutting planning things. That's right. Friday I fixed the movie assigned to a workstation, so it pulled the whole stage over, and then when you unassign it, remove the whole stage. So today I'm going to be working on adding the upstream weight, so that, or the, how do you call that, the making sure each department downstream has an hour's worth of work. I'm going to start doing that today. Probably Chad will need to talk to Tara a few times.
Yeah.
On that, so it'll be back and forth, but yeah, and then whatever else pops up.
I'll ask her if she's the best person to work with on it, or if it's Jerry. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I'll let you know if she wants it to run through her or not. It might be easier if you can go through Gerardo, but
yeah, I'm going back with him on email right now. He's having me adjust the weights and playing with that, so I'm going to release the thing so he can actually look at it in staging. I don't think he can at the moment, so I'm going to release that to staging here shortly. And then yeah, so mostly probably just working on that, refining it, getting it to where they're happy with it, and yeah, that's it. All for me.
Okay. Yeah, I just was doing pull requests, refactors, some meetings on Friday. More of that today, working on getting a deploy out. Going to be deploying ABC PDF 14. I want to we've got several of these batches that failed to rip, and this would be a good experiment to see how the file size adjustments will work, see if that improves things there. So we're going to try that out.
Fingers crossed. Ryan, did you just put this one in? Filter hold for production by order ID or
Mhm,
order
on
item
Friday.
ID. Okay.
Yeah. So we have the bulk ID fields where you can paste in a batch of order IDs or a batch of order item IDs in the different grids. We need that functionality in the hold for production report. This is going to save us from having to be available on the weekends for Father's Day. So let's do this right away.
Yeah, I like that. Well, let's go ahead and estimate this then and get it on the on deck.
Okay, so did you just say to move it till on deck, or are we gonna estimate it right now?
No, that's estimated right now.
Okay, sorry.
I forgot I added that as the.
Small. Or extra small.
Oh yeah, extra small it is.
Oh, are we voting?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
That's okay.
I voted out loud.
You voted out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to check on the poker and got it, Scotty.
Nailed it.
Any other questions, comments on this one? Now let's go to. Oh dear. Whoops. Okay. Did we want to go over some of these, Chad? I can't remember where we were.
Let's go back to the stand-up. I added. This is more for Ryan and Sebastian. I added the perfect binding, path tracking dashboard, and then I just copied all that stuff that Tara did. Although I think we want to probably break it down to one each, right? So it probably didn't need all of the everything she put in there. I probably just need the perfect binding one if that's the one we're going to start with. Is there any other information? What I guess we just need to build this story out a little bit more, but I'm not sure what we want to put in it, or if it's just going to have to be to follow that that perfect binding mock-up and start there, see how close we can get to it, and then go from there. What do you guys think about that? You're muted.
You're muted.
That's weird. Thanks. I think we need to do some design on this and review them all and come up with I think we need to kind of come up with a mock-up, an HTML mock-up that we can work with. It's just the HTML. There's no code in there, just flat, just basic, but just so we can play with the orientation and the horizontal versus the vertical, or try to see what segments we can make be the same across everything. So this is kind of we really need to take this and now take all the information she wants. Now let's see how we can do it before we go about trying to implement the code of it.
Hey, take perfect binding out of that title there, Rebecca, because it won't be. This is more of a generic, right? Just to build the mock-up of what it's going to look like, and then we'll build the story.
This? It was in the email. I just pasted it over. Do you need that information? Did you say yes, Sebastian?
Just leave it in there. Leave it in there.
Yeah.
That's fine. What we want to do, I don't know that we want to jump straight to an HTML or if we want to go straight to HTML. It feels like a wireframe would be good to start with, but I don't know. This is
yeah, and we need to include in this design also because the information we need to grab. Right now, the pull request we have for start adding workstation tracking in Job Tracker UI will grab information only at the batch component level. Right? It's not doing anything at the item level, or let's say at the units level, or I'm not sure if we need to add, you know what I mean, add item or order level tracking data,
Yep.
right?
Right. I don't think so. I think this needs to be all batch component.
All
Batch
batch component,
data.
you think, even though she's requesting how many books?
Yeah, because that all comes from the component item. I don't know if we need to start. Maybe we need to be flattening that information somewhere, but we'll have to see, I guess.
Yeah. Mhm.
So is this something that I know Mario has some expertise with UIs? Is this something that he could work on, looking at the what her mock-ups are and kind of building out that wireframe or
I think
HTML?
Yeah, once we get a wireframe out, that would be very much his wheelhouse as far as making it into an HTML responsive
Okay.
report. But I think until that point, I'm not sure he has all the information that's needed.
Okay. Anyways, this if anybody else wants to, or Mario, you could even review this if you wanted to. Just look at those mock-ups. I think that she had AI generate all those, so they're not. They're just kind of what the AI came up with. It doesn't mean that it's going to exactly be that, but maybe you can look at that after we get the wireframe up and you can start building it out. But anyways. Okay. Since it's a design story, is this more than a small? Does anybody think?
This one is.
Okay.
This one's bigger.
Okay.
You want to
Do you wanna-
estimate?
You want to
No,
vote on that
just-
one? Or just like maybe a medium? Or
Medium's fine.
yeah.
Right.
I just like watching the votes come in.
Odd.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a Q4 part of one of our major. This is the #1 initiative going into Q4 that I have on my list. And so I just wanted to kind of get a head start on it. I don't know how. I know we're going to start with perfect binding. I mean, obviously she would love to have all of these. I don't know how far we'll get on it, but I do think that it'll be good to get it started so that we can start designing it out and get working on it as soon as we can, so we can see how far we get with it. So I don't know, Sebastian, it seems like maybe you're probably going to be the best one to do the initial design on it, and then we can maybe hand off some stuff for Mario to build out some UIs once it gets to that point. So this isn't a drop everything and do it this morning, but maybe your next thing, that when you're looking for something, you could start working on that.
Yeah, sure. I think that the book anatomy one is also somehow important for Dan, so I will try to finish that first. And
yeah, I was gonna say that's probably more urgent than this. This is just I'd like to get started in the next week or two on it, so it's just finish that up first, and then who knows, maybe something that with a higher priority will even cut in line. But just kind of next time you have like an opening, when you finish whatever, just maybe this be the next thing after that. Okay, and then we also had a meeting about Vended. Ryan, I know your AI took notes on that. Were you going to build a story for that? I forgot to talk to you explicitly about that before we left, and I need to be better about about knowing who's going to do it. So were you going to? Okay.
Do you want me to just write something and we can discuss it, or?
Yeah, well, there's notes that we had, so we probably need to review.
Did you get the notes, Rebecca?
I might have.
I'll send them over to you.
Okay. I mean, I can look and. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. If you can build a base story, and then we'll go through those, and then we'll put what we think, and then we'll get the team's opinion on how we want to go forward with that. That'd be good. So we need to talk about that today. Sorry, I'm kind of killing time. I'm hoping that Dan will respond to me, but he hasn't yet.
Is he in his car?
I don't know.
He was when I got here.
And when I
Walked
got
by. He walked by like
Oh.
ago.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
It's a fan-shaped object.
I could
Sure.
walk down there and ask if he is available.
We'll let's go back to our on deck list, and let's maybe just do a little bit of estimating today. That would be good.
And
I'll
yeah,
keep an eye
Ryan,
on
if you
this.
could send that to me, because I'm not seeing it.
I did.
Oh, okay. Where did we leave off?
I think we were just starting at the top of the list. Let's not do a Dan sync one. Or let's see, what is this one? This has a production sync, but I don't need. We need that for estimating, do we, Chuck?
Sorry. You're asking if we need to estimate, or?
Well, no, I would like to estimate it. It looks like we
Yeah.
decided that we do
No,
want
we-
to keep this. But was the
Yeah,
production?
we were going to talk to see if it's something that Tara wanted.
Okay. I wasn't sure if
It's-
that.
Where is it in her priority
Oh, yeah.
list of things to do? Because
Okay, let's go to the next one then.
that's why we put the production sync on it.
Well, I didn't know if that I guess we need to clarify. Does production sync mean that it's a priority, or does it mean that that we even want to estimate it? So that was where I was getting at.
Usually what it means is that it means that we want to talk to production and make sure we're all on board, and
Okay.
where is this, and this is just a discussion item that we should have.
Okay, perfect. So
We talked about this, didn't we? Did we?
possibly creating multiple paths.
We
We
did.
did talk about it. We just haven't estimated it. Oh, we did estimate this. We don't need to do this one again. How
And-
critical is this? Is this? I know Dan had requested this. Is this something that we want to move forward and start working on soon, or?
We'd
Right, we
said
talked about this just last week.
after.
So
uh,
this is what'll help. This is what'll allow us to roll out code and send certain batches down another path while
Yes.
still preserving the main path for everything else. So this would be
Yeah.
really important for us as we roll out new code that affects things. We can do it strategically.
Yeah.
So
I like.
so we changed it to a design story to kind of flesh that out,
Mhm.
and we did estimate it.
Okay, let's put it
But whether or
in.
not but I think you put it on deck because we didn't want to put it in the sprint, but we also didn't want to lose track of it.
It
Okay.
wasn't. We
So-
didn't
Well-
want to push it out during peak. Was that?
That's not what
No.
that's no.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I
I'm
mean,
thinking about another one.
It's exactly why we would want this is during a
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Okay, you can take it out of this. I'm going to put it in the next sprint. We'll see if we can get the design out at least then. Actually, just put it in this sprint. Sorry, and then if somebody comes up to it, we can. Otherwise, I'll move it forward next time. But I agree. I think that's something we would like to have for next peak. So. But we talked about that one, the attached documents to the partner page. Was there anything? It's 10,698. Okay. We talked about this. This was just something that Jamie mentioned. I think that we had said that it wasn't too difficult, if I remember, but I just wanted to go and estimate this to see if this is something that I could just kind of put in as a filler for somebody if they're looking for something to do before getting into something else, which is what I would think it is. But I don't know if that's true. I can't remember what our conversation with it is.
Our conversation has to do. Well, I don't. I'm not sure why we're doing this. We already have a folder system that allows them to put things for partners. So I'm trying to, if we have to build a system that allows for managing the files, uploading the files, accessing the files, and doing that just feels like that's more of a question. Is that something that we want to be doing, taking that role on when we already have a network file system that's for this purpose?
Okay. So we put a note on that so
I'm
we
not
don't
sure what
forget.
the advantage is here. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to lock down access? And if so, then there are probably some other tools that are better for that. I mean, we pay for
So-
SharePoint. That feels like that's what this is.
So my question, well, I'm going to ask Jamie what she's trying to solve, but
Sure. That would be
Would-
helpful.
would it make sense though that they
Oh,
want it in the
partner
partner
portal.
portal because the partner wants to be able
But-
to access it?
It looks like
But that's-
she wants to, and
But
sales.
she wants to access them in sales, so why would it be in the partner portal also?
My question,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, but where is it currently, Ryan? I didn't catch that.
We have a network file, APAFS, where they can create any structure they want, a series of shared folders, and put documents there. But I don't know what her end goal is. What is she like? Is she worried about anybody having access to those? If that's the case, then we probably need to create a user group that. And that would be something Paul could set up so that only certain users have access to those folders. So I'm not seeing what's the advantage for all the code that we're going to need to write to do this.
So let's estimate it so I at least have an idea of what it would take. Does anybody have any questions? So if we were to add a ability to attach a file to the, I don't even know what the partner portal looks like. Does it have like a profile page or something that has their
No,
information?
it doesn't. All it is just their orders.
So it's just an order page. And so could we,
Well, and I don't know that they would want anybody because sometimes some of our partners have customers, CS agents that have access to the partner portal. So I don't think that they would be the ones that should be seeing contracts.
yeah. So then you'd almost have to have a permission system.
Then we have
on
to have a
top of
permission
that.
systems on top of that, yeah. So I feel like this needs to be scoped out more about what she's wanting and what she's trying to achieve before we estimate it.
Okay. All right. Perfect. That's skip. Then that will at least remind me now. I remember now that was what you brought up before. I just forgotten. All right. Let's skip those Dan ones.
And this one is to be discussed mid-June. I remember we added that note.
Well, we're almost mid-June. That'll be next week.
I know.
Okay. What about this one? When refile processing, we need to be more specific to guts covers, vaults covers.
This came up with a conversation we had with Dan about the book anatomies thing, changes we needed to do.
Yep.
And he mentioned that we might be also try to be more efficient on this refile processing. But again, I would like to see because there are some refile processing that depends on other components, like the alignment, right? And he said, okay, yeah, that's true. They won't match, but that's not ideal. But it's not also that catastrophic. But yeah, maybe we want to double check if there's something else that we need to take into consideration. If they are actually more related than that. But ultimately, this is a performance and efficiency thing, right? It's not something that will fix anything for manufacturing at the moment.
Got it.
It's for
So this is-
reducing, server efforts.
Is that something that's a problem like in any of our peaks? I know in fourth quarter we have a lot of traffic. Would this help with that, or maybe?
Yes, it'll help with when they're moving batches around. If we have, I mean, in theory, it should help reduce when we refile process something, because we make a change to a product. We don't need to refile process the whole product. If we just modify something that affects the cover or the cover dimensions, then the Dan's point is that it should be able to just refile process. But we also brought up the fact that, well, yes, it will. We don't always know. And he said, well, it should be fine and the tick marks will be off, but I don't know that that's ideal either. So,
Right.
I feel like
the
there's-
traffic. I mean, the traffic you mentioned about moving batches around doesn't affect verify processing
Right.
an order
Yeah,
item.
right. Right.
So the order item verify processing is not that frequent or a bulk action in general, right? Unless,
Well, yes, except for sometimes
yeah,
when we have run into it at occasion, where we're trying to adjust a mixed product grouping to make it work with
yeah,
a vended media, and
Mhm.
then it refile processes everything.
right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
point.
Is this something that we could estimate right now? Is it something we want to work on right now, or soonish?
Something we could start with is we could just update, make the Hangfire processes allow for a component to be sent in, because right now we don't have that ability to just refile process covers or using Hangfire. I mean, we can do it on our own local machines, but that could be something that's helpful. That would be preliminary work to what we would want to do later. But I feel like the core of what Dan wants is still kind of nebulous and is not defined well enough in my mind to know when it would specifically be used. So we
Right,
could
and,
start.
Yeah, I didn't feel like he mentioned this as something that needs to be done immediately, right?
Nope.
So it's like a good idea that he brought up.
Got it. Okay, so is this kind of more of I guess it's not technically a cleanup, is it? No.
I don't think so.
All right. All right. Let's go on to the next one.
Refactor
Refact-
products set up spine calculation tool to get calculations from book anatomy.
Right, from
This-
the same medium.
Yeah.
Is this part of what you're doing, Sebastian, with the book anatomy, or is it something that somebody else needs to do, or
Yeah, no.
or can do? Or?
Similar. Right now we have two different ways for calculating spine sizes. One that is used by the file processors, and the other is used by the product spec. Sorry, for the product setup grid that we have for calculations. So they both perform like similar calculation, but in reverse order. So every time we modify that calculation, we need to update both algorithms. So because I am working now on the file processor part, I asked Dan if we needed to modify this one, that other tool as well. He said if we needed to consolidate it. Sorry, he said yes, but let's do that separately on a secondary story after the one I'm working on right now. So it doesn't get too
Too much.
noisy. the pull request, maybe. Right.
Okay. So let's put this in the current sprint then, Rebecca, and
But we can't
take
do much until Bash gets
Ru-
this side done, right? That's our
right. Yeah, I wasn't saying put it in there, but you'll do this next. This needs to be done before you're finished with that project, right?
Yeah,
After.
maybe. We don't want to have that that UI for modifying products wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that will be doing wrong calculation for the spine sizes on lay flats. So I would say that yes, as soon as we release this other, that will become a priority.
Okay. So we'll leave it out of the iteration then until you get that first part done, and then we'll add it in after. That's what I'm hearing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And what about story points on that, the size of it? Do you have an idea of what that would look like? It sounds like this is all kind of something you're working on. I don't know how much.
Yeah. Cover spine sizes has always been tricky, and this now deserves to rework it from scratch.
Mm.
So it's isolated to the UI and to what we retrieve to the UI only, but it's always been tricky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what letter to say, but
Probably at least a medium then.
yeah, small feels small and media
Yeah.
feels a lot.
Little
So
okay.
I don't know.
On
medium.
the low side of medium, high side of small.
I would say-
Lowercase m.
There you go. A lowercase m.
Right.
Yeah, let's
I
just
like
put it as a medium, and
Or
that
we just
way-
reframe our idea of medium and we use large. Because
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
now you're going to large.
No, we're staying at medium. Just understand that medium is medium. If it's bigger
Yeah,
than
right.
medium, it's large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Exactly.
go.
Okay.
If you wanna do
Yeah,
the booking
medium
admin
is
stuff.
really wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lowercase, so.
Okay, here's last one. Matching need to accommodate more than 2 orders. Well, we had already talked about this. Did you get any feel, Ryan, on how quick they were working with this partner, or when we would need something like that?
Months.
Months? Okay. All right, let's skip
Might
this
even
for
be
now
a
then.
year. Not even sure how it's gonna.
Were you saying, did we say that this one, we didn't say we needed Dan's input on this. We need to probably design it and come up with a way to do it right now, right?
Yeah, we just wanted to keep it in mind as we're building out our features for the matching batches,
Yeah.
that we might need to include more than just the 2 items.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's probably good for today then. I haven't been able to connect with Dan, so we'll keep trying. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See ya.
Yep.
See ya.
See you.
Bye.